When you think of poisonous creatures, birds are probably not the first thing that comes to mind. Instead, you might instinctively picture venomous snakes, toxic frogs, or even deadly spiders, all well known for their ability to incapacitate or kill with their chemical defenses. But birds? They seem far too delicate, too harmless. After all, they spend their lives soaring gracefully, singing sweetly and flitting through trees. Yet, the natural world is full of surprises. While birds generally rely on speed, agility, and sharp beaks or talons to protect themselves, some have evolved a far more unusual defense mechanism: poison. Unlike venomous animals, which inject toxins through bites or stings, poisonous birds carry toxins passively in their feathers, skin, or flesh, making them dangerous to those who try to touch, eat, or attack them. None of these birds produce toxins naturally. They don't have venom glands or specialized organs dedicated to creating poison. Instead, they engage in a fascinating biological process known as heteroaglandular poisoning, a phenomenon where an animal acquires toxicity from external sources and then repurposes it as a defense mechanism. This happens when these birds consume poisonous plants, insects, or other toxic organisms. Rather than being harmed by these toxins, they possess specialized proteins and metabolic adaptations that allow them to absorb, store, and redirect the poison within their bodies. The result? Any predator that attempts to touch or eat these birds ends up regretting it, either through numbness, illness, or even death. With that said, let's explore some of the most toxic birds in existence and uncover just how dangerous they really are. First up is the European quail. Hidden within its delicate frame is a peril so significant that it has earned its own medical term: coturnism, poisoning caused by the consumption of these deceptively lethal creatures. The European quail, a seemingly innocuous game bird, has silently wreaked havoc on human health for centuries. With its unassuming light brown plumage and small size, it appears no more dangerous than any other migratory bird. Unlike perpetually toxic species, the quail's deadliness ebbs and flows, poisoning humans for centuries. But how? During specific seasons, either spring or fall, depending on its migratory route, it carries coneine, a potent neurotoxic alkaloid. This poison does not originate within the bird, but is absorbed from its diet. During migration, the quail feasts on hemlock seeds, unwittingly turning into a vehicle of toxicity. Astonishingly, the species itself appears unaffected by the deadly compound, having evolved a resistance that allows it to act as a passive distributor of poison. For anyone unfortunate enough to consume a toxic quail during this period, the consequences can be severe. Coturnism can begin subtly: muscle weakness that soon escalates into unbearable pain and lower limb paralysis. Vomiting, discolored urine, fever, and violent gastroenteritis may follow, culminating in the unthinkable: cardiac or kidney failure, and potentially death. The ancient world knew of this threat long before modern science named it, recording the quail's strange and deadly power. A bird so common yet so dangerous, its legacy is one of silent destruction, a reminder that nature's most unassuming creatures can often be the most treacherous. Next is the hooded pitahui. This bird is not just another colorful songbird, it's one of the few truly poisonous birds on Earth. Native to the dense forests of Papua New Guinea, its striking black and orange plumage serves as nature's warning sign, alerting would-be predators to the deadly secret it carries. The bird harbors batrachotoxin, the same potent neurotoxin found in poison dart frogs. This toxin disrupts the nervous system by locking sodium channels open, which can lead to paralysis and even death in high enough doses. Just brushing against the bird's feathers can cause numbness or tingling, a tangible sign of its toxic nature. But how does the hooded pitohui acquire this dangerous defense? Scientists believe the answer lies in its diet. The bird consumes toxic beetles, specifically those from the genus Choracine, which are found in Papua New Guinea. These beetles contain batrachotoxins, and through the process of biomagnification, the hooded pitohui absorbs and retains the poison in its feathers and skin. This biological armor makes it unpalatable to predators, ensuring that only the most reckless creatures dare to challenge it. Interestingly, the indigenous people of Papua New Guinea have long known about the bird's toxicity. Some tribes avoid eating the hooded pitohui entirely, while others have developed methods to remove its poison before consumption. By plucking the feathers and skin away, they reduce the risk of exposure. Coming up next is the blue-capped ifrita. This unassuming little bird, also found in Papua New Guinea, shares a toxic secret with the pitohui. It contains batrachotoxin. While its colors aren't as bold, its poison-packed feathers and skin serve as a strong warning to predators. Eat me, and you'll regret it. A 2000 study published in Bioscience noted that natives of New Guinea nicknamed the ifrita as bitter bird and claimed that eating the bird caused a burning sensation in the mouth. Also, coughing and allergy-like reactions were reported as a result of breathing deeply from the bird's plumage. Next is the red warbler. It's hard to believe that this fiery red Mexican songbird might not be as harmless as it looks. Yet, much like certain birds from New Guinea, the red warbler harbors a secret in its feathers, toxins that make it both mesmerizing and perilous. This unusual trait suggests a deeper connection to its diet, shared with the hooded pitohui and blue-capped ifrita. Entirely insectivorous, the warbler likely acquires its venom from a particular toxic bug, though the exact culprit remains unknown. Scientists have detected 2 potent neurotoxic alkaloids in its feathers, reinforcing the warning. This is not a bird to handle casually. Interestingly, the ancient Aztecs seemed to grasp its danger long before modern science did. Records describe a small red bird deemed inedible, a silent testament to the warbler's hidden power. Beauty and toxicity wrapped in a single avian marvel. Next is the spur-winged goose. The spur-winged goose is not a creature that lulls you into a false sense of security with delicate feathers or a gentle demeanor. It announces its menace outright. Towering over its waterfowl kin, it is Africa's largest, the world's most formidable goose, and a living weapon wrapped in black and white plumage. Weighing up to 20 pounds, armed with razor-sharp spurs, and possessed of an aggressive, territorial nature, it is already fearsome. Not all spur-winged geese are toxic, but those residing in the Gambia region have absorbed a deadly secret from their diet. They feast upon blister beetles, unwittingly weaving cantharidin, a potent poison, into their flesh. While the birds themselves are immune, this toxin is anything but harmless. A mere 10 milligrams of cantharidin can be fatal to humans, making this not just a bird to avoid hunting for sport, but one best kept at a cautious distance. A creature that wields brute strength, weaponized wings, and biological venom. It defies the delicate image of waterfowl. It isn't simply dangerous. It is one of nature's boldest warnings wrapped in feathers. Coming up, these 2 birds acquire their poison similar to that of the hooded pitohui and the blue-capped ifrita. They are the little shrike thrush, found in Australia and New Guinea, and contains batrachotoxins, the same deadly compound found in poison dart frogs. The other is the northern variable pitohui. A close relative of the hooded pitohui, it also carries batrachotoxins, making it one of the few truly poisonous birds. And next is the ruffed grouse. This familiar sight in North American forests harbors a unique and unpredictable danger. Its toxicity is not inherent, but acquired. Unlike birds that carry permanent toxins in their feathers or skin, the ruffed grouse's flesh can become poisonous depending on its diet, turning a seemingly ordinary game bird into a hidden threat. This phenomenon is linked to the grouse's consumption of certain plants, particularly those containing toxic compounds like tropane alkaloids. During the winter months, when food sources become scarce, ruffed grouse often turn to buds and twigs of plants such as mountain laurel and cherry trees. These plants can contain alkaloids that, when ingested by the bird, accumulate in its tissues. If a predator or even a human hunter consumes a grouse that has fed heavily on these toxic plants, the effects can range from nausea and dizziness to more severe symptoms of poisoning. This dietary-dependent toxicity adds an element of risk to consuming the bird, especially in regions where the toxic plant species are abundant. Indigenous hunters and early settlers learned to identify when a grouse might be unsafe to eat, often examining the contents of its crop or avoiding birds harvested in certain seasons. Interestingly, the ruffed grouse itself remains unaffected by the toxins it absorbs, showcasing an evolutionary resilience to compounds that would otherwise be harmful. Following the ruffed grouse, we have the brush bronzewing pigeon. The brush bronzewing pigeon, native to Australia's dense forests and scrublands, may appear like just another peaceful ground-dwelling bird. But hidden beneath its shimmering plumage is a fascinating and potentially dangerous biological quirk. Similar to the ruffed grouse, this pigeon absorbs harmful compounds from the plants it consumes, turning its flesh into an unexpected hazard for predators and even humans. This dietary-dependent toxicity arises from the pigeon's feeding habits. Certain plant species in its habitat contain alkaloids or other toxic chemicals, which the bird inadvertently stores within its tissues. These compounds can cause a range of adverse effects if ingested, including severe gastrointestinal distress and skin irritation. While the pigeon itself remains unaffected, having evolved a tolerance to these substances, any creature attempting to feast on it might find itself regretting the decision. And finally, we have the Eurasian hoopoe. The Eurasian hoopoe is a bird of striking contrasts. Its dazzling plumage, marked by bold black and white wings and a distinctive orange crest, might suggest elegance, yet it harbors a distinctly unpleasant secret. Hidden within its body is a defense mechanism designed not to dazzle, but to repel. This peculiar bird produces a foul-smelling liquid from specialized glands near the base of its feathers, an odor so pungent that it is often likened to rotting meat. The substance contains dimethyl sulfide, which can cause skin irritation, nausea, and vomiting if touched or ingested. Dimethyl sulfide, a sulfurous compound, plays a crucial role in warding off predators. By exuding this repugnant secretion, the hoopoe ensures that it remains an undesirable meal, persuading would-be attackers to think twice before taking a bite. As you can see, not all threats soar with talons extended or venom primed. Some simply glide overhead, dazzling us with elegance, while hiding a silent menace beneath every plume. These birds don't need to sting, bite, or shriek to send a predator running. Their power lies in subtlety, in the toxins no one sees coming. So, next time you see a bird gracefully gliding through the sky, remember, looks can be deceiving. Some of these feathered wonders are not just breathtaking, but breathtakingly dangerous. Nature is full of surprises, isn't it? That's it for today on Curious Gate. Please remember to subscribe and click on the bell for notifications so you don't miss when we upload new content. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay curious.